Nera made a good line. Little Chuck stood well. Off they go at the 1200, and Simply Her was the first to bounce out ahead of Busak, and Pyramula began fast down on the inside. Webber's Fine Pro Gold away quickly, and Happy Kid is scorching through to go to the front. Curtaline settles second to last now, and Happy Kid working up on the outside to be a narrow leader. Webber's Fine is with it. Pro Gold on the outside settling down third, a couple to Simply Her. Busak seemed to meet trouble and lost ground very quickly. Going around the outside then is My Mate Dudley to move into fourth placing, being followed by Simply Her over on the inside, and John O'Fredder's with it. A break in the field then, and a good one too to Cast Adrift, and taking off round the outside is Miss Toby Flyer. The favourite's up about fifth there. On the outside, Mr. Dickens within 3 lengths of the leader, travelling 3 wide. Curta Trail is starting to make a move between horses as they came towards the home turn. Cast Adrift well back, and so too is Pyramula at the turn now, and Happy Kid the leader, kicked out on Webber's Fine turning. Then came into the third placing is My Mate Dudley, and Curtaline has swung very wide, and coming with it down on the inside is Mr. Dickens, but Happy Kid a good leader over Webber's Fine, and running on well Curtaline, but Happy Kid hands and heels is holding them safely, and in the run home Happy Kid goes on to win a little over a length to Webber's Fine. Curtaline third, a long break in the field to John O'Fred, followed by Mr. Dickens and My Mate Dudley, and then a gap to Simply Her and Busak. They're followed by Pyramula. Next was Miss Toby Fly. Habanera was well back, followed in then by Pro Gold, who showed pace before dropping out. Cast Adrift, and back towards the tail end of the field was Little Chuck.
At 95 if he can get across. Handsy Boy at 90 and Menswear at 87. 369.12 for the Sky ratings. Let's go down them as they head to the barrier.
Racing, Our Discord was only fairly away. He's going to go through very quickly. Out wide on the track first to go was Graceland's Pride, but Our Discord is humming up on the fence to go to the lead. Great Southern Sun showing speed with My Melissa. Crinkle Cut not far away over Willowy Lass. They were followed a length back by Sweet Boulevard. Then came Diamond Ben. Well out of its ground then was Lightning Raid. Time to Tell is very deep in the field with Bunya Boy. Newtown drop back, and further back to Eastern Stroke, who heads the others in the straight. Our Discord at the 350, the front runner, led by 2 lengths on My Melissa. Willowy Lass, the grey, the outside, and coming to the extreme outside, Sweet Boulevard with the green cap running on, and then came Say Goodnight right down the centre. Our Discord at the 100 in front. Willowy Lass looks the only danger at the moment. It's Our Discord in front. He's going to be too good. He's going to land some big bets here and win. Our Discord virtually untouched wins from Willowy Lass. Third, Eastern Stroke, who flew home to run. Third, just in front of Sweet Boulevard. Then came Say Goodnight, who made up a stack of ground from Newtown. Then came well out of its ground Time to Tell in company there with Delrada. They were followed by Bunya Boy. Then came Gracefield's Pride in company with My Melissa. Diamond Ben was well back in the field with Hanamai. Near the tail was Eastern Fair, pulling up quickly Crinkle Cut in company with Lightning Raid and Great Southern Sun. Well, the money was right. Our Discord, number 10. Darryl McClellan for David Atkins here at Broadmeadow has landed some good bets.
1200 metres. Ready to break. Second of the day, Samstead on the inside. Off they go. Samstead won the jump ahead of Idle Pirate. Voodoo Guru. Miss Intent was away quickly. Moving up next is Diamond Chief on the outside of Miss Pom Pom, followed by Bravel. Fire Chief settling second last. And after an awkward beginning, now Auntie Pearl has gone back to second last as Fire Chief dropped out last. Idle Pirate led, settling into stride. A little over a length in front of Miss Intent, and Diamond Chief moving to third the outside. Followed neck away by Samstead. 2 lengths further back is Voodoo Guru on the inside, followed by Miss Pom Pom. Auntie Pearl, and then a neck away Bravel on the inside, and 3 lengths to Fire Chief down the side. Inside the 600, Idle Pirate led by 2 lengths Miss Intent. Gauchi asking the favourite Diamond Chief to do something third.
Diamond Chief now asked to go, followed by Samstead, Miss Pom Pom, Auntie Pearl, Voodoo Guru, then Bravel, Fire Chief on the turn, Idle Pirate in front. Miss Intent won't go away on the outside. Diamond Chief is struggling, then Samstead. Idle Pirate shaken up down to the 100, led by 2 lengths. Struggling now is Miss Intent. Samstead getting through on the inside, but Idle Pirate will lead all the way. Idle Pirate a length and a half to Samstead, and third in Miss Intent. Then Bravel, Fire Chief made up a lot of ground late. Diamond Chief a little bit disappointing on face value. Then Voodoo Guru, Miss Pom Pom, and last home was Auntie Pearl.
Okay, well, we'll leave it there. Apologies for that loss in vision, but Idle Pirate, number 5.
All in. Started moving around to his platform, and they're set to jump. Gates open. And Matumbo dropped back shortly after the start. So too did Yellow Breeze, and beginning very quickly Trust Cliff and Shand in the centre, and Echo Thea on the fence bursting through. A line of 3 on settling down. 2 lengths Princely, a length and a half Matumbo. Eminence can't go the early speed. He's a mile back in the field, and so too is Yellow Breeze as they come to the bend. On the corner, 450 out now, and Echo Thea in a surprise leads the way. Trust Cliff second, Shand on the fence third, Princely to the outside. Matumbo in the orange colours heads the others, then Yellow Breeze and Appalache, and Evidence at the tail of the field. 250 out. Shan's the first beat. She's dropping out sharply. Echo Thea in front. Here's Princely on the outside, and the big chestnut Matumbo, and Trust Cliff still there with the blue cap, but Echo Thea defying them. Princely trying to level up. Princely coming home a bit the better. Put his head in front in the shadows of the post, and Princely gets the money. Either Matumbo or Echo Thea second and third. It's a photo. They were followed next in by Yellow Breeze. Then making ground out wide would have been Trust Cliff and company with Appalache. Eminence, and Shand has run stone motherless last. Well, something's got to be amiss with her. She just didn't ping today. And you could tell coming to the bend that there was
1,500 metres, field of 13 is set to go. Posh Miss a little bouncy down on the inside. Off they go now. Posh Miss began quickly. Jazz Rhapsody a little slow, and Flying Ann settled last of all. Our Play settles towards the end as well, and here's speed from the outside. My Nancy is going fast and cuts the field off to go to the front. Cuckoo improving, and My Real Job settling up on the pace. Posh Miss is fourth, and then came Ala Jugar fifth. One further back is Flowing Plume, the favourite, racing outside Susk, and then Jazz Rhapsody Mukasha. A length and a half further back in the field, then came at the head of the others is Spirit of Voodoo over on the outside, followed by Flying Ann, and a good way back is Wallace Grove, and Our Play is last of all, but the pace is pretty generous. My Nancy led My Real Job. About a length and a half away is Cuckoo third, being followed by Ala Jugar, inclined to pull a bit. Posh Miss on the rail at the 800. 3 lengths to Flowing Plume, followed by Susk. A length and a half Mukasha, followed by Flying Ann, and then came Spirit of Voodoo. Jazz Rhapsody steadily losing ground. Our Play still second last, and Wallace Grove at the 600 metres now, and My Nancy almost joined by Cuckoo out wide, and My Real Job is in between them, so it's a line of 3 across the track, and Ala Jugar getting up to fourth behind them from Posh Miss. Flowing Plumes close enough, if good enough, coming towards the home turn, and then Spirit of Voodoo, and Our Play is starting a long run as they came to the turn, and My Nancy led into the straight and kicked out by a couple of lengths around the home turn. It's My Nancy by 3, Ala Jugar, who's coming home well, and here's Flowing Plume starting to close, but My Nancy clear. Ala Jugar's trying hard. My Nancy, Ala Jugar, and Flowing Plume. Flowing Plume goes home the best. A big win to Flowing Plume. Got up and won at a neck to Ala Jugar, and a head away My Nancy. A long break to Susk, followed in by Posh Miss, Mukasha, Our Play. Then came Flying Ann. Behind these was Cuckoo, who weakened badly. Wallace Grove, one of the last, followed in by Jazz Rhapsody towards the end from My Real Job, and one of the last in at Spirit of Voodoo. Flowing Plume, the favourite, left it late, but charged over the top to get the money. Number 11 beating Ala Jugar, and My Nancy kicking.
Gates are back. Hollyview Lass and also Vast near the inside with Steluda all slow to go at the start. Palamai and Cautious Spirit won the start. Going very quickly, Thundering Isle. He's driving right up on the inside. There's a good speed battle on up front. It's Thundering Isle, Cautious Spirit, and also Thorn Alley being mustered forward 3 wide. A length further back, just off the speed, is George Chink, and Zanetta wide on the track with the red cap. A length away, Palamai in the gold and blue cap. They were followed by Fairview Chance, Vast on the fence. Winning in game, the grey is about centre field. Grisma the outside. Hollyfield Lass is a long way back in the field in company there with Lock Ivy. Then came well out of its ground Ivory Smile, a length and a half Steluda, and Maria River Lads back at the tail of the field. It's Thundering Isle coming to the 500 metres mark, going Bush on the bend. He's going to the outside fence, and Cautious Spirit on the fence leads the way. He turns in front of Thorn Alley, and George Chink in the centre putting in a run. Coming to the outside, Zanetta, very wide. Grisma coming with a run right down the centre of the track and winning in game, the grey behind them. Plenty of chances, 350 metres out. Grisma out very wide on the tracks, moved up. Vast in the blue cap, got a split. Cautious Spirit and back on the inside, Palamai. Cautious Spirit, Vast hit the lead now. Vast put its head in front of Cautious Spirit. Vast drew clear from Cautious Spirit. Palamai on the fence. Maria River Lad out under the arches running on, but Vast in front, and Vast wins the money. Maria River Lad probably wins if he goes straight. Cautious Spirit third. Making up ground quickly was Ivory Smile. Not a bad run from Palamai. They were followed next home then by by Grisma. Good run it. Then came next of all Stoluta. Just in behind those was Winning in Game in company there with Zanetta. They were followed by Nagano pulling up very quickly. Lock Ivy, George Chink, and near the tail of the field was Hollyfield Lass. And here's one that hasn't finished the track, the one that ran off on the bend, Thundering Isle, here at the winning post. Just
Ripper. Ruby Gate getting a little towy. Stablemate alongside it is Glen Bar Abbey. Off they go now. And a beautiful dispatch too. The first out, Panoramic Lad on the outside with Glen Bar Abbey. Corvair away fast, looking for the front. And then Little Ripper as they settle into stride now, followed by Clumsy Jack, Hobart, and then Startling Bell second last, and Ruby Gate. Corvair found the lead. And at the 1200 settles by 3/4. Panoramic Lad is up second the outside today. A length and a half to Glen Bar Abbey. One further back is Little Ripper. A length and a half behind these horses. Clumsy Jack 3/4 to Hobart, and then Startling Bell second last, and Ruby Gate. 1,000 metres to go now, and Corvair left alone in front, lobbed along a length and a half clear. Panoramic Lad is second, a length away to Glen Bar Abbey. One further back to Little Ripper, a length and a half then to Clumsy Jack on the inside of Hobart. Pace not fast. In behind them Startling Bell, and last of all is Ruby Gate coming towards the 800 metre mark, and Corvair the leader pricks his ears, and Preble is dictating the race, but Panoramic Lad won't let him get away. Gets within a neck of him now, and they sprint up a little. 2 lengths to Little Rip around the outside, followed by Glen Bar Abbey, and then Clumsy Jack and Hobart. Ruby Gate is taking off, and Startling Bell is still last of all, and will need to get a wriggle on from there. Panoramic Lad, the big fellow, straight up on the outside, and put his head in front of Corvair, who's still there on the rail. 2 lengths behind them, Glen Bar Abbey, and then the Little Ripper gone. Hobart starting a run. Panoramic Lad sweeping wide into the straight, has the lead over Corvair, who's under the whip, and they're followed then by Clumsy Jack through on the inside. Startling Bell is still back at the rear of the field. Corvair trying to come back, but Panoramic Lad on the outside has its measure, and Panoramic Lad will come clear for a good win. Panoramic Lad beat Corvair. Hobart got up for third in front of Glen Bar Abbey, and then Startling Bell had little hope the way the race was run. In behind them, Little Ripper, followed in by Clumsy Jack, and Ruby Gate was last of all. Well, the 2 on paces dominated that. Had to the way it was run. And Panoramic Lad, ridden by Sam Hyland, has come clear to beat Corvair, with Hobart getting up for third. Panoramic Lad to pay about $3.50 and $1.50.
1,400. Gates open, and Excello stood there, missed the kick, and Astral Approach was cut out shortly after the start. Other than that, it was a good start, and Zazamas began very quickly. He'll lead the way. Arabian Hawk is showing speed, and Grimm is caught wide and now drifting back through the field as Zamas is going to lead the way. He's in front on settling down, rushing up Star Stream, and just in front of him Lord Mayor goes up to be second. Settling fourth on the inside, then Arabian Hawk, a length further back Casbabe. They were followed on the inside of those by Estimation. Now very wide on the track is Diddles Do Little, then came further back in the field a Sandpiper. He's worse than centre field and deep. He's on the outside of Just Too Hard from Come to See. Well out of its ground, My Diver, then came Grimm, who's got well back, about third last, with a mile of work to do coming down the side. Rushing around them is Azalingi. They were followed by Yarrabin Gull, shuffle back with Come to See. Excello's near the tail, and Grimm is back third last. On the corner now, 450 to go, and Zamamas in front. It turns the corner. Zamass straightens up by a length on Lord Mayor. Babe on the outside running on well. Arabian Hawk behind them on the fence with the white cap, and then coming right down the outside Azalingi, and Grimm is a mile back and under pressure at the 250, and Zamass in front. Arabian Hawk's going to be the challenger. Arabian Hawk's moved up. Sandpiper's getting out late with Lord Mayor the centre, but hitting the lead Arabian Hawk. Sandpiper coming after Arabian Hawk, who's in front and will win. Arabian Hawk's won it from Sandrunner. Third, I think, on the inside, Lord Mayor from Grimm, who stormed home after giving them a mighty start from Zamass. They were followed next of all by Starstream, then Estimation. Further back in the field to Come to See, in company without wide on the track Azalingi. Then Just Too Hard, Yarrabin Gold. Excello beat a few home, including My Diver, Casbabe. Astral Approach well back with Diddums Do It, and at the tail of the field was PK's Revenge. Stand by for the numbers after the running of the 5th race, but
Yeah, this field looks to be just about ready. Duresh set, all clear given, and they're off now. And the starter sent them away quite well. With Rondelli, one of the first out. Amazing is up there very quickly in the Wheeler colours. Going across there, Nature's Way, Bronze Glow. Also Time to Shine. Exceptional Ruler is going to be caught about 6 wide. Might ease back here. First turn coming up. Nature's Way got onto heels and checked a bit. Amazing headed off by Bronze Glow. Bronze Glow takes the lead from Amazing and Rondelli on the fence. They're being followed then by Exceptional Ruler, who's pushing on the outside. Time to Shine with them. Oh, Rondelli getting onto heels, had to check severely there. They're followed by Duresh going up on the outside, and between horses then came Pirate Anchor. Couple of lengths, Nature's Way outside, Replicate, 3 Doc Lotto, 2 Uncle Tud, and back last of all, He's No Angel. Working hard, Exceptional Ruler the leader. Bronze Glow and Neck Away second at the 1200. Time to Shine trapped out in third. Amazing having a good run on the pace. In on the fence then Rondelli, about a length Duresh, followed by Pirate Anchor. 2 lengths to Nature's Way, Replicate and Neck Away. 2 lengths to Doc Lotto, passed now by Uncle Tud. And He's No Angel last of all as Doc Lotto's drop back to be last of all. 900 to go. Bronze Glow now kicked out by a length and a half. Exceptional Ruler, half to Rondelli, and then Time to Shine. A Neck Away on the inside. Amazing. 2 lengths behind those is Duresh, Pirate Anchor, middle of the field on the rail, and then came Nature's Way, Replicate ridden along. 1 further back, He's No Angel, Uncle Tud, and Doc Lotto under pressure last of all. Down the side, Bronze Glow led 3/4. Exceptional Ruler, who's had a hard run. Rondelli on the fence, and now Amazing pulled to the outside to start its run down the side. Uncle Tud starting to push into the picture when they came towards the turn now, and Bronze Glow is being joined by Amazing and Time to Shine when they neared the home turn. With them too, still there is Exceptional Ruler despite a hard run. Duresh putting himself in the picture, and then came Pirate Anchor when they swing the corner. And here Amazing has gone to the lead. Bronze Glow looked beaten. Exceptional Ruler battling along, and Pirate Anchor's into the clear very quickly. Amazing is grabbed by Pirate Anchor, who sprinted quickly and takes him to the lead. He'll draw away Pirate Anchor in the run home. Doc Lotto's getting home strongly, but Pirate Anchor wins it. Doc Lotto got up for second, very erratic. Either Rondelli or Amazing for third. They're followed by Duresh, and just behind them Exceptional Ruler held on pretty well. A gap to Replicate, followed by Time to Shine, and with it was Nature's Way, Uncle Tud. Bronze Glow dropped right out in the run home, has finished towards the end in company with He's No Angel. Oh, Pirate Anchor right back to his best form with that. He's stormed away.
Salerno is the favourite. Gates open, and Salerno out wide was only fairly away and is going to go straight back to the tail of the field on settling down. Raider Joy won the start. Australian Gold, Eastwood Plume, and also Missing Peace on the fence away quickly, and Missing Peace now driving through will lead the way from Raider Joy, and rushing around them Go Milker in the white cap. He settles down third. They were followed by Molochai's Lass. Eastwood Plume is wide. Australian Gold with the black cap in between runners. 2 lengths away, Splendid Selection. They were followed further back in the field by Stage Right Left, a length and a half to Tui Lavu. Out of its ground is Changes over Salerno, second last, and 3 lengths away at the tail of the field as they come off the back straight is How's Aussie. At the 900 metres mark, and Missing Pieces given its head by Moses, strode clear, led by 3 lengths on Molokai Lass, who now moves to second. Raider Joy under pressure. Eastwood Plume fourth on the outside of Go Milker with the white cap, a length and a half in the field. Splendid Selection, it's inside Australian Gold, 2 lengths to Stage Right Left. Well out of its ground, Tui Lavu Changes. Salerno's back second last with plenty of work to do. And How's Aussie at the tail of the field. On the bend, Missing Pieces turns in front. Coming at it quickly, Molochai's Lass, and Go Milker's cruised up and grabbed the pair. 2 lengths away in the field, coming to the outside, Splendid Selection. And right down the centre is Changes with the red cap. At the 200 metres mark, and Go Milker a dash to the front from Molochai's Lass. Salerno with the white cap getting out late, and Stage Right Left in the centre starting to fly. Changes on the outside fence. Stage Right Evens moved up with Salerno. Salerno bursting up on the fence, took the lead from second last. He's come home to win. Salerno's won it from Stage Right Even. Changes third. They were followed by Molochai's Lass, and Tui Lavu made up late ground from Go Milker. Further back in the field, a Splendid Selection. They were followed by How's Aussie, Australian Gold, Eastwood Plume, and Raider Joy, and the early leader Missing Peace last home. Number 2, Salerno, didn't look too promising until Oliver was able to weave it.
Stevens on the inside stood in well. Starter has them at the 1500. Metal Skeptic stood nicely. Off they go. And soon after the start, Stevens first out, headed off by Paddy Shah, and Brugalera began fast with Marie Celeste improving out wider. Then Metal Skeptic followed by Coots going forward out wider. Rambar steady and getting back from Our Bourbon. Bush Lawyer restrained right at the tail end of the field, and Top Contender's gone past him now. He's pulling a bit the toppy. 1,200 to go, and Paddy Shah in front, led by a little over 2 lengths to Brugalera. 1.5 lengths to Stevens, third on the inside of Marie Celeste, and 2 lengths to Metal Skeptic, 1.5 to Coots. Nick Rambar, 2 to Our Bourbon. Bush Lawyer still pulling, and now Top Contender back last of all. Paddy Shah, the leader, left alone in front and runs its own race and leads by more than 2 lengths. Brugalera. Stevens is third, Marie Celeste fourth the outside. Now there's got to be some pace coming around the outside, because Our Bourbon and Top Contender are both starting runs deep out. In behind those horses then is Rambar. They're being followed by Coots, and back last still is Bush Lawyer coming down the side. Paddy Shah slackened the tempo. Runs came, and Stevens went up fast with Brugalera, and they join it. Our Bourbon right off the track has got to fourth now in the yellow cap. They're followed then by Metal Skeptic, who's losing a bit of ground. Coots is starting a run. Rambar a good way back. Bush Lawyer on the rails and about third last coming around the turn. Paddy Shah in front of Stevens, Brugalera, and they're followed by Coots coming home fairly well. Our Bourbon is struggling. Paddy Shah shook off Stevens in the straight. Bush Lawyer on the inside to third. Paddy Shah nicely clear, 55 to go. Has 3 lengths on Stevens and Coots, and Paddy Shah clever ride in front and won it easily. Paddy Shah first, Stevens second. Coots got up for third. Bush Lawyer fourth. A gap to Rambar, Brugalera. They're followed in by Our Bourbon. Further back in the field then was Top Contender, Metal Skeptic, and Marie Celeste dropped out to last. Number 3, Paddy Shah, the winner, ridden by Michael Evans.
Gates open, and Little Paddy seemed to drop back soon after the start. Spy Zone came out very quickly, and Come On Grace showing speed. Going fast is Pine Puppet. Opals is caught wide in the initial stages. They were followed by Hula Hoop, who's darting up on the inside. On settling down, and Pine Puppet goes to the front from Spy's Arm, without Tang Dynasty in the blue cap striding up. 2 lengths to Come On Grace. Opals on its outside. Then came Brisketta and Hula Hoop, and Little Tina's Star is trapped 3 wide going around that pair. A length further back, Protege. They were followed by Satin and Silk. Winnings back 6 last on the inside. Then came Sequita. Well out of its ground is Little Paddy, and near the tail of the field then is Blue Moon, who's going forward on the outside with about 650 metres to go, and the leader is Pine Puppet. It led the way by a length on Our Tang Dynasty. Spies on the fence. Tina's Star the outside from Opals. Further back is Come On Grace. Protege the grey coming wide. The other grey, Satin and Silk, tracking it. Brisketta with the white and green cap behind them, and further back to Winnings, giving them a big start in the straight. 350 to go, and Tina's Star had raced to the front. Protege the greys after it. Brisketta with the green cap, and Satin and Silk the grey. Winnings behind them, and then came Spy Zone. Tina's Star still in front below the 200. Protege's about to get out and run home strongly, and so too Brisketta. Brisketta's coming after Tina's Star. Tina's Star in front of Brisketta, and Winnings jumped up out of the ground and grabbed the lot of them and got up to win. Gee, that's been a win. Winnings has won from either Tina's Star, Come On Grace, and Brisketta hit a brick wall the last 20 metres. Protege close up with Satin and Silk. Then came Pine Puppet. Further back, Spy Zone over Sequita. They were followed well back in the field by Hula Hoop, Little Paddy, Blue Moon, Opals, then Our Tang Dynasty, and Jibbing last of all. Winnings. Judge calling for the photo has come with a tremendous run at $3.50 and $1.70. Number 15, Winnings, Shane Dye. I thought Brisketta, the stablemate, was going to be the one. She loomed up.
All set. Off they go over at the 1500, and Principe Walk flew out of the gates and landed in front of Chadston. Away quickly Tristalia. Going forward then on the outside is Tommy Tune, followed by Dancing Sculptor. Planet King moving up is caught 3 wide on the improve at this stage, followed by Law of the Land, who's whipping around the outside quickly and then drifting apart. Settling a good way back is Devon Concord. Going forward is Dinner Forget. Alfred Stewell back towards the end is second or third last as they settle down, and Love Moves Me last by 3. Tristalia had gone to the lead at the 1,000-metre mark, 2 lengths to Principe Walk and Chadston. Dancing Sculptor is fourth, followed by Tommy Tune, a half to Planet King, a length and a half to Dinner Forget, followed by Drifting Apart. Back behind those, Law of the Land on the outside, and then came Alfred's Duel over on the outside when they swing the corner at the 800 metres. Towards the end of the field is Devon Concord and Love Moves Me last of all. Down the side they come. They've about 800 metres to go. And the leader is Tristalia. Tommy Tune's gone up fast on the outside, and Principe Walk pushes up in the centre in company with Chadstone. They make the line of 4. Didn't forget Planet King just behind them, and Dancing Sculptor on the rail. They've got away on Alfred's Jewel as they came towards the home turn now. And the favourite Principe Walk put the nose in front. Tristalia still there. The rail. Tommy Tune has had enough, and coming on is Planet King with a good run. Principe Walk, the leader, coming around the turn. Planet King's into the clear from Tristalia, and they're followed by Tommy Tune and Dancing Sculptor. Principe Walk went for home. Cross down to the rail in front. Planet King is starting to dig deep now. It's Principe Walk in front. Planet King and Dancing Sculptor. They hit the line. Oh, Planet King took a lunge. On the outside, Planet King or Principe Walk. Dancing Sculptor between them. Great finish. In behind them, Tristalia, followed by Alfred's Jewel, who worked home well. Then Dinner Forget. Behind them to finish in the race was Devon Concord, and they were followed by Tommy Tune, drifting apart. Then came Law of the Land, Love Moves Me, and Chadstone dropped out to the end. Number 5's got it, Planet King on the outside. Number 5, Planet King, has got there to win. Ridden by Matthew Gatt. Second goes to Principe Walk. Third between them, Dancing Sculptor. Great finish to the...
they're all in. Starter on his platform, and they're set to jump. This is race 8. No, it's not the last. We're only just warming up. Racing now, and Moranti near the inside, and Sonic Switch came out quickly. In particular, Sonic Switch, who burst to the front on settling down. Acquiring and Rent a Crowd began smartly, and not far away is Stage Bow, but he's a little bit wide and obliged to rush up around the outside. On the fence, settling just off the speed and getting a nice hit early is Triple Maze. They were followed a length away by Go Gallic, and in between runners then is Bounty's Revenge. Further back in the field on the outside, then starting to go forward, Fura KO from Tobolsk. Moranti jumped well, but he's drifted well back in the field now in company there with Eventful, who went up in front of him. He's about 6th on the inside. Tobolsk is very wide. They were followed by Emma Reb, then came Donald, and last of all, as they come to the bend, Fortune Favours. Sonic Switch in front on the corner. He leads the way as they round the bend from Acquiring. Back on the inside, Triple Maze waiting for a run. Coming to the outside, putting in a claim now is Stage Bow. Out wide on the track with the green cap is Go Gallic. Eventful back to the inside, and further back in the field to Acquiring. In the home stretch now, and here's Go Gallic on the outside, coming home strongly. Go Gallic's moved up with Stage Bow. They've grabbed Sonic Switch, running on it, Judging, and Eventful starting to get out. Go Gallic in front, coming at him, Stage Bow, and Eventful is bursting through. Eventful hit the lead, and Eventful has got up to win from either Stage Bow. Fortune Favours out wide, flew home. Judging's in the photo, and so too close up is Go Gallic. Then Sonic Switch. They were followed by Donald, then came Rent a Crowd. Stage Bow didn't go on the last little bit after passing the line. They were followed by Acquiring, Tobolsk, Triple Maze, well back, Moranti, and Bounty's Revenge. Number 4, Eventful, ridden by Peter Losh. He just couldn't quite get a clear crack at them, but when he got out, he really burst through the gap.
The pace. So Sir Cheers comes in, and the field is ready. And the starter immediately sends them on their way. Bountiful Sun took a backward step and settled at the rear. High Vegas was the first out of the stalls, beginning quickly to Goulburn River. Away fast in the early stages now is Sir Cheers whipping around the outside, and then came Ticonderoga as they settle now, and Sir Cheers took it up to High Vegas, 2 lengths to Ticonderoga. Conviviality moving up outside out to Tiller. 1 further back as Lady Mays, K, Goulburn River, and then Jugatar. Gold Time caught off the track at the 800 turn, well back as Playful Bell, followed by Dr. Livingston, who's got right back in the field, and Bountiful Sun 4 lengths last. Coming down the side, Sir Cheers by a length and a half here. High Vegas is second. Conviviality moving up outside Ticonderoga. They're followed by Lady Mays K, pushing herself into the picture from out to Tiller. Gold Time, and then Playful Bell. Goulburn River a good way back, and so is Jugatar when they came to the home corner. Conviviality ranges up. High Vegas on the inside turn in front. Lady Mays K between them running on fairly. Sir Cheers well gone. High Vegas leads in the straight from Lady Mays K, and Conviviality on the outside. Little High Vegas on the rail in front. Conviviality trying hard to reach her. High Vegas is pulling out plenty. She'll get there in the last, and High Vegas beat Conviviality by a length and a half. Lady Mays K third, then Ticonderoga, Playful Bell, followed in by Out to Tiller, Gold Time, Dr. Livingston, Jugatar. Well back in the field was Bountiful Sun, followed by Sir Cheers. He stopped as if shot, and Goulburn River was last to greet the judge. Good victory to High Vegas in the last, and a nice ride too by Luke Curry.
$2. So the last couple run up to the gate. Beauchamp moves in, and they're all set for this year's Cameron Handicap. Terrific field, and the favourite is Corporate James. Starter on his platform, lights are on. All set. Gates open, and Bazile Bay came out very quickly in the early stages. He's looking for the front. Adam came out fast, and Crows Before Dawn settles on the inside of Sittinghausen. Crafty a little bit wide, then came Greet the Judge. Pursuits about centre field as he drifts back now. Nevette's gone past him. Corporate James in about centre field, one off the fence. They were followed by Try Cove, getting a long way back as Beer after a slow start. Then came back on the inside, Deep Snip, a length to Beauchamp. And now Pursuits has dropped out to the tail of the field with Des's Dream on his outside. Adam at the 800 metres mark took up the slack and rolled to the front. Led a length and a half, Bazile Bay. 3/4 away, Crows Before Dawn. Sittinghausen inside, Crafty. Nevette is racing. 7th on the inside. Corporate James is splitting runners. He's starting to go forward now, Oliver. They were followed further back in the field by Deep Snip. Then came well out of his ground is Try Cove going forward from Beauchamp. Des's Dream and Pursuits is last of all, and Beer's in front of them. Around the bend, unstraightening up, Adam the front runner. Bazile Bay given full bore. 2 lengths away, Crows Before Dawn. Then came Nevette, Sittinghausen, and Try Cove down the outside, but Adam's out full of running at the 200. Adam led the way, drifting out Bazile Bay under pressure. Nevette running on, but it's all Adam. Moses going for home, and this little pocket dynamo is spreading away with the Cameron Handicap. It's all Adam. Try Cove flashes to run second. Third, I think, Nevette in front of Bazile Bay and Corporate James, and Des's Dream a good run. He made up ground late. They were followed by Deep Snip. Then came Pursuits, Crows Before Dawn, Sittinghausen, Crafty. Well back in the field would have been Greet the Judge, Beera, and one of the last ones over the line was Beauchamp. Number 5, Adam, the winner. Oh, he looked a treat in the yard. 7